Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today is October 26, 2021, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Tesla keeps on going higher to new record highs and clears $1,000 per share. Unbelievable, but no major economic events scheduled for today. However, later today, we do have corporate earnings, Microsoft and Google coming out with their quarterly earning reports. Now, looking at the various markets, the euro nosedives at resistance. I'm looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ continue going. But the question is it sustainable? Now, looking at commodities, gold and oil both rally. And as we said earlier, Tesla clearing $1,000. Now, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin sustains itself above 60,000 and retracing to that level, but not falling further. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we are looking at the Euro USD at a 4-hour chart, and look at that nosedive. This was a clear indication that that was resistance. And I'm inclined to think that now that the dollar is getting stronger versus the euro, perhaps we'll have a sell-off in the Dow Jones as well. But looking at it, you know, we did retrace. Not something major, 50 pips, but still, for the euro, that's a decent move. Now, looking at Gbp Usd, didn't move much. Neither did the Aussie USD, but just retracing just a little bit here after hitting 75.17. But again, not a big deal when it comes to those. Now, looking at the commodities, gold had a nice rally to 1804, but still, we're sideways trading when it comes to gold. 1822 is the high, 17-ish level, 1722-ish level is the low. Now, looking at crude oil, look at that. We had a nice rally to $85 a barrel. Unreal, nice rally, but we did retrace right after that. So this may be a topping out, and it looks like a falling star here of the price of oil. Now, jumping into the indices, all right, let's take a look at the Dow Jones trading at 35,649. And that continues going higher. We do look like we're tapering off, though. And if we look at the NASDAQ as well, it's on its highs, but not breaking higher. Now, looking at the individual stocks, let's take a look at them, each one of them. Amazon did go down yesterday. If we look at Microsoft, did go down yesterday. And today we do have major news coming out on Microsoft with its quarterly earnings. If we look at Facebook, yesterday it came out with its earnings, and it did look like it is closing up the gap. The question is, if it doesn't, okay, if it doesn't break above this area, look at this area. This is really very important. If it doesn't break above this 326 area and sustains this 329, then we could possibly see it go back down. Okay, now this is what's happening in the markets in real time. The banks are still strong. JP Morgan at 170, okay, not really retracing, but at the top of that range. But lastly, and second to lastly, Tesla. Look at that. Airborne. I mean, if we bought this from the beginning of the pandemic in February 2020, when the pandemic originally started and then falling down, we would have seen that, you know, we would have made a decent return here to $1,000 from $100. I mean, that was an unreal place to really jump in. And sure enough, that's exactly what we got here. $1,000 a share. Now, the sky's the limit at this area. Okay, that's really the truth for Tesla, because you know, they're still coming out with tremendous things. Now, this doesn't mean that the markets are strong. This just means that Tesla is strong. Okay, I want to emphasize that point once again. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, it did retrace from its 66,000, but it's sustaining itself above 60,000. And that's an important point, and that's what I'd be looking for to see if it's coming up to a new trading range and a new area where it's going to be trading within. So that's something to consider as well for later today. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.